Bitcoin, I bought a bunch of Bitcoin at the start to say, how do you play with this new thing? How do you buy something online? And I conquered that. And how do you buy things in other countries? And how would you even pay for like a donut in another country? Mm-hmm. How can you find an ATM that works on your Bitcoin? And I wanted to experiment and learn it all. And then Bitcoin went way up. Well, I got scared and I sold all my Bitcoin except one Bitcoin. That's not my purpose, is to have enough to play with and experiment with, but not to make money on. And 2 times it's gone way up and made money. And just recently, I think Bitcoin is going to go to 100,000. I don't know where you get that feeling. I can't put any mathematics to it. I just really feel it from all of the interest.
Co-founder of Apple, Steve Wozniak, recently appeared on a podcast and discussed Bitcoin and its impact on both the economy and environment. Steve Wozniak, among other things, discussed Bitcoin price prediction as well as Bitcoin energy. Bitcoin, it takes a lot of energy to mine, and to keep all of these cyber currencies, Wozniak said to Steve-O, as the host of the show mentioned, he had received some pushback from viewers of his show for selling non-fungible token, which some of his audience viewed as a waste of energy. It costs an amount of energy for what anything is worth, Wozniak interjected. The 3 E's, the economy equals the energy used, equals the emissions. Wozniak redirected the conversation, explaining that the concern for Bitcoin energy consumption is largely unfounded since everything has a cost and we, as a society, have to determine if the cost is justified. To dismiss Bitcoin for energy consumption is to ignore the fact that anything we have uses energy, as Wozniak explained to Steve-O. When asked if humanity would continue to use fiat currency, or if it was moving towards cryptocurrency by Steve-O's co-host, Wozniak responded, "It's hard to erase things that humans have learned." Wozniak continued to explain that much of the use cases arising today in the crypto space seem to be gearing towards scams. "I think it's being used a lot these days to rip people off." Wozniak then separated Bitcoin from other cryptocurrencies by saying Bitcoin is safe because it's the big elephant on the block. Please don't forget to smash the like button as we listen to Steve Wozniak make his Bitcoin price prediction.
I sold an NFT at one point, and people were getting mad at me. They were barking at me about energy being wasted with the NFT. So is this energy saving solution?
Well, even Bitcoin, gold of all, it's only mathematical. No human can control Bitcoin and the amounts of it and everything. That's it takes a lot of energy to mine it, to keep Bitcoin, to keep these all the cyber currencies and NFTs going. But it costs an amount of energy for whatever anything is worth.
Right.
Because the costs, the economy, 3 E's, the economy equals the energy used equals the emissions, meaning pollution. Okay, and that's a formula you'll never hear anywhere else. Sounds as easy as E equals MC squared from Einstein, right? Mm-hmm. It's that easy. The global economy, GNP say, equals the amount of energy that was used. If you double one, you double the other. And that equals the amount of pollution that we get. Double the energy, you'll double the pollution. The only way to really solve this climate problem is take our lives way, way back down in economy. Take them way back down. So I don't buy into a lot of, people thinking, do this one little step, buy an electric car or get a solar panel, that it actually makes any difference at all. It could actually go the opposite way, just like the Bitcoin mining. But, everything we got in life, a house, a car, this RV is beautiful.
Do you think the world's going towards crypto, or you think we'll always stick with fiat currency?
It's hard to erase things that humans have learned and can put into books, methods of doing it. Some countries have even disallowed crypto and blockchain technologies. It can be used a lot. I think it's being used a lot these days to rip people off. I'll start a crypto. I'll hire an engineer that knows how to create it, and I'll get a celebrity to back it up, and we'll put out the Kim coin, Kim Kardashian, or something like that. Mm-hmm. That's probably a bad example, but
it's a great example.
That's a great example.
It is?
It's a really good one.
Okay, because I don't do social web, so I don't really know the names to use. But we'll call, and I see that happening all the time, and then the founders that started it pull off some millions of dollars right away from investors that say, I want to get in quick and early when it's young, because it's going to grow like Bitcoin. I'll make $1 billion out of pennies. And they jump in, and then it goes to zero. That's the common story. It's not the only story. There's some others that have made it for a while for some good reasons. Yeah, so I'm kind of, NFTs fall into that category too. The number of people getting ripped off on crypto and NFTs is just outrageous. Now, Bitcoin is safe because it's the big elephant on the block. It's stable. I
Right.
like conservative thinking. You go for the big ones, and they'll be around. And yeah, Bitcoin is
So you
stable. So I don't invest.
you don't remember.
I have never invested in stock in my life. I've never used Apple's stock app on the iPhone. Never. Because why? It goes to my happiness formula. I found that my head gets to a peaceful spot where it's not worrying about everything being up and down, up and down, up and down like day traders. I had day
Right.
traders around me, and I watched what they went through, and I just turn the other way. I don't read any financial papers. I don't
Right.
want to be, I don't want that to affect my life. So I never invested in stocks. Bitcoin, I bought a bunch of Bitcoin at the start to say, how do you play with this new thing? How do you buy something online? And I conquered that. And how do you buy things in other countries? And how would you even pay for like a donut in another country? How can you find an ATM that works on your Bitcoin? And I wanted to experiment and learn it all. And then Bitcoin went way up. Well, I got scared and I sold all my Bitcoin except one Bitcoin. That's not my purpose, is to have enough to play with and experiment with, but not to make money on. And 2 times it's gone way up and made money. And just recently, I think Bitcoin is going to go to 100,000. I just, I don't know where you get that feeling. I can't put any mathematics to it. I just really feel it from all of the interest.
Today's episode is sponsored by iTrust Capital, the #1 crypto IRA platform in America. We allow you to invest in your favorite cryptocurrencies without worrying about taxes. That's right. iTrust Capital allows you to buy and sell your favorite cryptocurrencies completely tax-free. That means if you invest $10,000 into Cardano and it grows to $100,000, all of your profits are tax-free. Why is it tax-free? We took the existing retirement account industry and flipped it on its head. Instead of boring stocks and bonds, you can invest in crypto. How is it secured? Through Coinbase Custody, one of the leading cold storage providers with a $320 million insurance policy to protect against theft, hacks, and loss of funds. Roll over your existing retirement account, or even start a new one from scratch. Questions? Schedule a free call with one of our crypto retirement account specialists, and they can help you discuss your options. Start your crypto IRA today and retire early, only at iTrust Capital. Click the link in the description to open a free account now.
In another exclusive interview with Business Insider, Steve Wozniak said Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency with pure gold mathematics. This harkens back to an interview with Yahoo Finance from October of last year where Wozniak said, Bitcoin is mathematics, mathematical purity. There can never be another Bitcoin created. Bitcoin doesn't even have a creator that we know of. Wozniak continued, Bitcoin isn't run by some company. It's just mathematically pure. And I believe nature over humans, always. If you are still on the sideline about investing in Bitcoin, now is the time. Thanks for watching. Till our next video, please stay savvy.